Welcome back. News 6. Pickleballers, listen up. A new facility is hoping to open its doors this fall. Up Pickleball Club will begin construction of a new indoor facility in Quincy. The new facility will be built along North Marks Drive. Representatives from the Lake St. Louis Company were in Quincy today, meeting with officials from the Quincy Park District, Great River Economic Development Foundation, and the Quincy Racquet Club and the country clubs in town. They were learning more about Quincy's interest in the sport.
Warm welcome is hard to not do when you're coming out of the cold when it's this cold, but yes, people seem very excited that we're coming, and we want to work with the local community and businesses and any partners here that can make this go smooth and get us hit the ground running.
The local Quincy investors, Nathan and Amy Smith of Hawthorne LLC, are partnering with Paddle Up to build that facility in their hometown. For more information on Paddle Up Pickleball, just head over to WGEM.com.